Hello everyone, welcome to our 11th session of Gears of Revolution. I am your GM, Richard. With me today are Fitz playing Goodfellow, Kim playing Dahlia, Lane playing Alexias, AJ playing Sanai, and Lauren playing Vincent. Kristen will not be joining us today, but we are going to push forward and see what new mysteries and secrets we uncover. Before we get started, a couple of quick announcements. I hope you were able to join us at FanCon today. We were there in Rosemont. We were there in Arlington Heights today. I think AJ was there, if I am correct. So, hopefully you were able to check it out. If you weren't able to visit us in FanCon, our next con we will be at is Fan Expo, August 16th to 18th in Rosemont, Illinois. Come join us there. If you're looking for games, we have a host of GMs ready to run games for hire. So check out our website at roughmagicgames.com for more information. You can also check out our upcoming events as we host Jinky and Dragons throughout the entire city of Chicago. You could probably always find something any one week to do. Most of our Jinky and Dragons events tend to be D&D 5th edition, if that's your system of choice, but we also have a couple of other shots here and there. I think at Replay, there's Star Wars D6. There's other campaigns that may happen here and there. Check us out. If you want to support us, the best way to do so is give us a follow on Twitch, or check out our YouTube channel for our previous games, as well as some of our other shows. I think this past week, we just released Rough Start, which gives a look into how to get started with a new system, TTRPG system. The last one we did was Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and I was the one who was the guest on that show, so check me out if you like me enough, and if you don't, please send the link to your enemies so they check me out instead. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with Section 11 of Gears of Revolution. Last year, what the hell happened last time? I'm having a GM blank moment right now. But what the hell happened? I know how it ended, but
we turned people in. And
There were
the
wand.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a gold wand.
We went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Finish up the smuggling.
The good cop, bad cop.
It was a good cop back. Thank you. So you continue to demolish the smuggling operations at the dock, collected some of the wands to take back for evidence. Into the RC, you interrogated Dahlia. And no, it wasn't Dahlia. It was AJ, it was Sanai, and Alexias. My brain is all over the place tonight. I'm not sure why. But Sanai and Alexias went in, interrogated, had a very good cop, bad cop moment, and got a lot of information out of Dahlia, and eventually made their way back to the office to sort of like talk amongst themselves, figure out next steps, what they wanted to do. And that is when Gale sent her bright yellow canary tip-tapping at the window. She let you know that if you followed the canary, it would take you to her. You made your way, followed the canary in the carriage, making your way back into the Cloudwood.
Emmanuel and I also had a sleepover.
The carriage? Oh.
We found your bougie slum, and Goodfellow was very impressed that you had so much space.
Yeah, very impressed.
We love a studio apartment.
Yeah. You traveled up into the Cloudwood, along the river that feeds a waterfall that rolls over an 80-foot wide cliff that spreads into a cascade, into a thin sheet that those of you that are familiar with things and its environs knows at dawn, it can illuminate the whole valley around it with the sun's reflection. There are wildflowers that wreath the cliffs and dot the few boulders that hang near the fall's edges, and hummingbirds flit about. I was saying, the more perceptive of you, which can see that the hummingbirds have largely seem to have their attentions focused on you, keeping close eye on your presence. As you arrived, you see Gale emerge from a tree line on the opposite shore of the waterfall. She's a very, very beautiful Latin woman with dusky, dark brown skin and pointed ears and this curly mess of black hair that rolls down over her shoulders. She wears this very light blue dress, and the canary flew towards her, and when it touched her hand, the canary just disappeared. Gale then stepped off a high rock and glided a few feet above the surface of the water, stepping on 3 boulders over the 80-foot wide river, as easily as if it was hopping over a narrow stream, and she landed on the shore by the party and nodded to you and says, "Thank you for coming." Vincent and I guess Lou, the two of you can tell she's very, very much on guard. And sort of like she knows where she stands amongst the people, more specifically police forces and RHC, because of her activities. And she's being very, very cautious and how she approaches you, all of her movements. She's taking care not to be seen as a threat at this moment. And she just sort of like bows her head and inclines her head towards all of you in greeting.
Hello.
Take my little overalls and curtsy.
Do we shake hands, or what is the usual thing that we do when we meet?
I would prefer you just stay where you are for now. While we
Okey
do
doke.
have a mutual friend in Navarre, and he says that he trusts you, I do not know if I can.
Richard, I did link my glad hand skill. I have the
Sure.
ability to make strong first impressions.
Go ahead. Make your diplomacy check.
Yes, sir. Let's see how badly this goes. There we go.
Oh, it's going to be
Diplomacy.
great. Gotta
Roll
get
a 1. Roll a 1.
Oh, that's not
So
terrible.
14.
Not terrible.
Hey,
14. Not
Hello.
terrible, but not great either.
Nope.
Fine.
you know what? It's better than other impressions we've made.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
very
The
good.
worst.
It is good. It is good to know that if I fail, I can attempt this again in 1 minute of conversation. So
Mm.
the best skill feat.
Yeah. Alright, she just kind of cocks her head almost like an animal would at Goodfellow, and just sort of like slight confusion as I'm not quite sure what to make of this person. But then she just slowly turns to all of you. Think we have a mutual enemy, and I'd like to propose a alliance of sorts.
I'm sorry. I could you hold 1 moment? I want to talk to my friends.
Oh boy.
I kind of, if the party will allow it, look over and say, should we ask about the explosion
Keywords.
people at the factories? Because if that is her, we should know that before we start talking, I think. But I could be wrong. The people who wanted to blow up the Seacham factory, yes?
Yes, I think that perhaps we will, when she says who this mutual enemy is, we may learn a little bit more in that particular direction. I would like to know who that is before we possibly alienate her.
Okay.
We have a lot of questions to get through, so probably get there. Don't worry.
Maybe not first, though.
Maybe not a strong opener there, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll ease
And we
into
also have this back basket. So
Oh, the gift basket.
right. I forgot that Sanai went out to get him.
I got her gifts.
Forgot about the milk and honey.
That is such a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it.
no.
We can give it to her afterwards, after everything, as like a thank you for everything that we have.
Yeah,
Or
we'll
a
see how
request
things
to
go.
not blow up more factories.
Okay.
Let us not start with casting aspersions. Yes. Let us,
Mhm.
Okay.
see what-
Okay.
let's see what she has to say, maybe.
We should have talked about this on the way up.
Perhaps. Karen, may we, mon cher?
To be fair, let's do this narratively. We'll rewind back a little bit and assume that this is a conversation that is happening on the carriage ride up.
Yes,
So
okay.
kind.
In my defense, we did like end last game. We're gonna go there, and then we started this game with we're here.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, that was me narrating a thing, not giving you a chance to speak. So, here's your chance. We rewind back a little bit.
Did it.
Flashback sequence.
The episode, it made sense. It made
Yes, it was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
very well.
okay.
Okay. Here we are.
Right.
In the
I don't think we start with accusing her of things. Maybe she seems very powerful, and I don't want to get on her bad side right away.
No, we should start with sympathy that she lost a friend, right? Like we want peace and justice for her loss.
Mhm.
She's
That
also
is what we're after, is to figure out what happened in Nalasa. That's we stumbled into a lot of other stuff, but that should
But that's
be
our main
our
focus.
focus.
Great.
Okay.
And maybe is as we are trying to ascertain what was happening with the possibility of the arson, we kind of are subtle about that instead of do you burn down buildings? You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Now
Yes.
I don't have a line. I just have an inclination.
I feel like it'll be situational. We'll get there. We'll see how things go. And
I just wanted to ask because that is the very big thing on my list. But I would wait and let we'll do the other topics first.
all
Mm.
right, that's. I'm happy you're going to be patient with that. Thank you.
Maybe we should get some recon, like what Nalasa was doing for her exactly, all of those kinds of details, because
I mean, yeah,
that could figure out why the doctor was involved.
yeah. We'll
Mhm.
see. Okay.
Since we have a moment all together in this carriage, before, so tell me, should we maybe, as opposed to other social situations we have found ourselves in before, have someone like take point on this?
Yeah.
We have a volunteer.
He's very friendly.
I like
Talk.
talking to people.
I can join
I know
him
you do.
in the process.
I think that is a very wise idea.
What would this
Okay.
DM? What would this be? GM, like diploma, like as far as conversation, would it be like a diplomacy check when it came down to it?
It depends on what you either be diplomacy, deception, or intimidation, depending on how you approach it.
Great, thank you.
I'm
Good
good at
job,
it,
bad cop.
but not the
Worst
other. Yeah.
I'm mid, so I'll just sit back and let everybody else.
I'll say this out of character. Goodfellow, I did build him to be somewhat social. I don't think I'm the best face. I think Alexias or Sanai are probably the best. But I can definitely navigate these situations, and I'm definitely taking skill feats to pick that go that way.
For sure.
So people like me
Hmm.
usually,
Except
And-
Julian.
in spite of myself.
I do think that Sanai and Emmanuel taking point on this is a good idea in terms of like they are both. Sanai is a magic user, and so we'll have some immediate rapport going, right? And then Emmanuel's diplomacy business. I am good at lying and scaring people. So if it turns, I'm there. You know what I mean?
Really good.
Also,
Right.
at no point are we forbidding anybody else from,
Of course, of course,
Yeah.
Yes, every
saying anything.
question.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, I'll kind of keep a perceptive eye, and then if anything, if I've noticed anything in her attitude change, I can send you a message, Sanai or Emmanuel, and be like, you know.
Absolutely. So
Message is subtle. It has the subtle trait, right?
I believe so.
Because usually you can't cast those sorts of magics without somebody being like, "Oh, you're definitely casting."
Right.
But I believe message does. So yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had a great idea. Well, I don't know if it's a great idea, but I had an idea.
Yeah,
If-
it's
because I have lied in me, if I suspect her of lying, I will give a little right to Vince, who can then let everyone else know through message instead of
Right.
me being like, I think she's a liar, right?
kind of some
Yeah.
subtle
Right.
actions. Yeah.
So I will,
All right.
in those situations, then I will give you a little,
Nudge.
yeah.
Okay, what other questions might we want to ask her?
right.
If only we had thought about this in our intervening 2 weeks.
Well,
Even that,
Things are happening.
what is the first question we're going to ask? Really?
I think we should establish what Nalosa, what their relationship was, what she was doing for Gale, and if Gale has any idea what might have happened to her.
Okay. We can all
If
go from there.
you know, if she knows the doctor at all, if yeah.
Should we start broad and then work our way to specific? Like, we know about what other people have said to Gale or about Gale, but like, Gale, in your words, why do you do the things you do? And then we can go from what did Nilasa do to assist you with this? And then we can go with what happened to Nilasa. You know?
I do not think this is bad. I will also maybe add to this that we continue to give her the impression that she is in charge of the conversation and she is in power, right? So
Mhm.
why did you call us here? What can we do for you? Yada, 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 yada.
We are meeting on her terms, on her turf, so she's already got that.
And she has control over birds.
At least one bird, yeah.
We asking about Von Wolfgang? Or are we asking about a different doctor?
What I was thinking about if she knew anything about Wolfgang von Recklinghausen, because we can't seem to connect the two of them. Like, why would he run off with whatever he got out of her pockets if they weren't working together? You know?
Maybe
Mhm.
on I think what we found on her body and what we know, just honesty, I think is going to help us the most.
And what
Not
did
to see her at all.
on the last what did we find? I thought that was the egg. I thought that was the egg. Didn't we find an egg on her, or was there something else?
No, the egg was the lie that the lieutenant told and Emmanuel took. The egg, she actually took papers, and that's what we should ask what those papers were.
Mm-hmm.
As far as her body, though, if she wants to know anything about how she died, I have all of that from when I examined her, so we can offer that as well.
I do think that we should lie in one situation. That is that we know nothing about the wands.
Probably shouldn't bring up the ones.
Oh, no, we should definitely not bring them up. But if she asked about
No.
them in any sort of official capacity as, all right, see, we know nothing. We were not there. We have not heard of these things.
No connection to him whatsoever.
Should we ask about Kel? Because clearly there is some animosity, and she may know more to give us an edge over him in future encounters, or should we not talk about that at all?
I feel like that's a bit of a different direction. If she brings him up, maybe we can talk about it. But right now, I think we really gotta, try and stay pretty focused on Nalasa.
I have a second question, and that is, I have wands in my backpack.
That was my question.
Ooh.
We have wands on us.
Oh, boy.
Well, two of us do.
And I haven't bought
I don't.
receipts for them yet, so I can't lie about that.
But
Leave
I
him in
gave
the
mine to
Leave him in
Emmanuel.
the carriage.
leave him in the carriage.
Okay.
I am not leaving this gold one in the carriage. It
Oh
is-
no, that's fine.
I'm keeping it on me, and I will deal with the consequences that they come. But that is
How far away
Yeah,
is
let
the
go of it.
carriage from where we're meeting?
we don't know yet.
An indeterminable amount of length. It's as far away as it needs to be right now.
I think I would like to not leave. Is there a place in the carriage where I can hide things? Like, do the
I mean,
seats lift up? And I
Sure,
can
there's
just
like
put-
a seats lift up. You can put storage in there. Storage in the seats if you want.
Ooh.
Oh, to correct you, I just realized what you were asking me, AJ. How far away is the carriage when you're at the meeting spot?
Mhm.
However close you want to get to the waterfall. It's up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all good.
I feel like we have a place to go.
We flash forward.
Result plan.
As well step out of the character, out of the carriage. Gale steps out. Ooh, big surprise. And
Now, there are birds.
I believe we'll go from there. She says, "Thank you for coming." Oliver's like quick nods of introduction, and she just there's like this sort of almost like pause as she's trying to suss you out. She mentioned that she wants an alliance with you all. She says, "I was hoping to start an alliance as we have a mutual enemy, you and I."
We would love that opportunity to start an alliance with you, but we would need a truthfulness if we were to do something of that sort. Um, our main concern is Nalasa, and we would just like to begin, if you would allow us to just ask a few simple, small questions, if that is okay with you.
Of course.
Um, a lot of us were very sorry to hear that you lost someone, losing her, and we were just very curious as to what it was that she was doing for you.
Thank you. She was very dear to me, as all of my people are. I sent her on a mission to find out some information about some things I had seen inside the big gate. I believe there was a conspiracy afoot. The Denorans are involved. An industrialist in the city, and some third force inside the big gate. And they've already killed to protect their secrets. So I sent Nalasa to find out what their goal was.
If I may ask a clarifying question, you've said they've already killed before you sent Nilasa. Do you have the name of who their victim was? We can search through our own channels as well.
Outside of Nalasa, I know they have been responsible for some arsons in the city.
Who was that?
That's what I was hoping to find out.
Well, I will say that any information you give us regarding these arsons, we can, at the very least, investigate what the RHC knows. Obviously, the loss of life in these attacks is something we all would want to prevent. So, certainly,
Yeah.
we are aligned in that.
First things first, when she said the arsons, Alexias, you could tell that she wasn't telling the whole truth there. So over there. Can you repeat your question again, Fitz?
Yeah. Just if you share any information you have regarding these arsons, we can certainly check the RHC channels and do some investigations on our own. The loss of life for these attacks, it's something we all want to prevent.
And Denny, when she says the arson thing, I will be like,
The buildings that I've seen them burn down seem to be targeted. In a way, I haven't quite figured it out. I have my suspicions that they are only burning down the buildings of those who refuse to provide them with supplies or goods, whatever crafted materials are owned.
I'm gonna like, Vinny's just gonna be like kind of silly, spinning around, taking in the environment, like passively just being kind of a goofball in his own like
sweetest little Vinny. It's like,
and then as I turn fully around, I'm gonna cast message and be like, that wasn't the truth.
Do you just message go,
It's just the arson. I go, the arson wasn't true.
Okay.
Not fully.
To be clear, it's not the whole truth. There's elements of the truth there.
She's probably
But
omitting some details, yeah.
There's like the game of telephone that's happening though. Like I can't give all of that.
Oh, this is true.
I can't give all of that to everybody else. I just give them,
Very
give them
true.
a little, you know.
Yeah. Anyways, continue.
I asked her the question about what she will tell us, and she did not give us a specific answer about incidents. She just said that she has suspicions that at least some of the arsons are done by this group. Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure, lad. I think they're building something. I'm not sure what.
And that's what you were trying to use Nalasa for, to determine what was being built?
Yes. There's a sort of like moment of hesitation and says I should probably start a little bit earlier than what you're asking. I have a contact, a courier to the unseen court, who lets me call him Alec. He's a eerie creature, I think is the best way to put it. He dwells in shadows, but is loyal to the court and has a fondness for this nation, which has treated his people well for so long. It was about a month ago, when the last new moon was aligned with the planet Nem, that Alec arranged for me to walk with him into the Bleak Gate. She takes a moment to just sort of like recall like information, and she says, "I will spare you the details of that journey's emotional toil. But during the few hours that night when I could see into the dark side of the world, I discovered something. Bleak Gate, I don't know if you know, is a mirror image of this world. Darker, filled with shadows. The buildings that exist there. And there was activity happening in that mirror image upland. Not much. I never saw anyone other than my guide. But most of the buildings are hollow, like abandoned shells of sea creatures. But there are echoes, and there is no wind, so you can hear footsteps from miles away. And in the distant gloom I saw torches and lanterns, lights of that denizens of the world would never need. and their path ran along the canal to the still analog of Parody Lake and towards the Nettles. I did not have time to get close. I heard churning there, and I saw smoke and steam drifting into the starless sky. They are assembling something, hidden right where we can't see it on the other side of our shadow. It's what I sent Alexias to discover. They killed our fort.
This, I think, is aligned with some of the things that we have seen. You may or may not know, but Nilasa found something within the Denoran embassy, some shadowy creature. It sounds like that is very much in alignment with what you have been speaking about. This is perhaps, and I am only speaking for myself, more serious than we had originally thought when we were coming here to speak with you. I absolutely believe that we should be putting our efforts together and trying to understand and stop this threat that is possibly aligned with the Denorans. I would like to, because Gladhand lets me, if I failed, re-roll. If it's been a minute, and if I did fail,
Sure.
which I don't know that I did, yeah, okay.
Sure.
Let me try a re-roll if I can find where did my character sheet go. There we are. I must have closed
Sure,
it.
actually, let's do this before you do that, Gladhand.
Sure.
Sanai, why don't you go ahead and roll diplomacy check those as an aid action to sort of give that benefit to
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, I'm trying to reinforce the impression that we are cooperative, as well as, like, now that things are getting serious, hopefully kind of really make her trust at least me, and through me, us. We'll see if that.
Better.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
nice.
ahead and roll that. Add a +1 bonus on the success.
Thank you, Sanai.
And
I'm gonna re-roll that with a hero point. That's a good
Way
number.
better.
Went
Way
from an
better.
8, a natural 1 to an 8, to then a 19 to a 26. That's a good roll.
It danced around
that
that
roll.
natural one though for a moment.
Yeah,
over
it
on the
did.
screen.
If I got 2 natural 1s, I would have just retired from this conversation.
Alright. She takes a moment and a breath, says, I have circumstantial evidence. You see her sort of reach into like a pouch she has at her side, and she pulls out what looks to be like a very small, thin vellum book from about. And she holds it out to you, Emmanuel.
I mean, I should have asked, how much distance is there between us? Because she told us previously not to get too
She's
close.
coming. She'll hold it out, let you come close and take it if you want.
Okay. Take a couple steps, and I will grab it very graciously, kind of give a bow of my head and say, thank you very much.
That is a copy of the ritual that would detect various energies. Though you have to have been exposed to what you're seeking. It's worthless to most people, but I have been to the Big Gate, and I believe that when you were with Navard, so did you, or at least you brushed up against the veil. I've flown across the city trying to find sources. In some places, distinctively bleeds through naturally, like in Cauldron Hill. But I followed trails. The night after Nilasa was murdered, I found a strong source at the consulate. I tracked it across several districts before I lost it. And far too often I found it clinging to factories in the foyers of rich businessmen. Feel free to use it yourselves. It may prove to be a boon to you.
This may be exactly what helps us crack this case or even saves our lives. Thank you very much again.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask a clarifying. You said that you found the traces of this shadow on various factories. Was Heward Seacham's factory one of these?
No,
Mhm.
the factories that I found traces on have not been attacked or burned down.
Mhm. Would you say that we have some type of rapport with you at this moment? I say
What's
as
that?
weary eyed and as concerned as possible.
That's an odd way of putting it, but sure.
Is there any additional information we could use or could have that could help us that you have? Anything important?
She thinks for a moment. Not information, but I think there's some other aid I can give you. First, I'll make sure to call my people and ensure that there are no more attacks on any from them on any people walking through the Cloudwood. I hope to be of service to the city, and perhaps after this is done, you might arrange a meeting with me and Governor Stainfield so that we can come to some mutually agreed upon truce between my people and theirs. I know that I will not be able to stop the encroachment of factories, but I'm hoping I will at least be able to salvage some of our natural woodlands, forest, and preserve nature where I can.
So we can see the stars.
So we can see the stars.
Gale, I did have a question for you.
Of course.
For what you saw beyond the gate, do you think that could affect our world? Do you think that that could have been where the earthquakes have been coming from? That thunder you felt?
I hadn't thought of that. I can't say no, but I can't say yes either. Maybe.
It doesn't feel natural to me. I didn't know if you had some sort of sense like that.
My assumption is it's just the Earth in pain, more the pollution leaking into the ground, into the waters, and into the sky.
We appreciate your heart.
Of course.
I do have a
And then
question.
well, you asked your question. She's gonna run back to where she had this basket and like away from others. Yes.
Get the gifts. Get the gifts. uh, just there is one small detail that I don't quite understand, and perhaps you can help me. Truly, you say that you suspect the Denorans of this building, this construction beyond the gate, and yet the Denorans do not know anything of magic, and they certainly don't know how to bypass planar divisions between worlds. If it is them behind this, they must have someone aiding them in that particular function. Do you have any thoughts on this?
She takes a moment and sort of fixes you with a little bit of a gaze, Alexias. And when
Mhm.
she speaks to you very, very coolly.
Oh, sure. Well,
No, I think there's at least 3 groups that work here, working together. The Denorans, Some of the industrialists in the cities that own the factories, that I saw that. Planar Energy Act. And whoever's in the big gate.
What would you have us do specifically? You've given us this aid, this ritual. What would you, in terms of specific actions, want us to try and accomplish here? Obviously, you have your own resources, your own people, but we are uniquely situated to act within the city in an official capacity.
If you find whoever killed Nalasa, kill them. I realize that may be a large ask for people of you, but that was what I would hope. But I understand if that is not something you can do. But moreover, what I want is for this place, these lands to be safe. Whatever conspiracy that is happening, all I ask is that you stop it.
It sounds like we are getting the good end of the deal. We already wanted to do all of that, yes?
Yes.
In more serious, I don't know if we have said this directly yet, but I am sorry for your loss. Nilasa, she had good intentions, and it is unfortunate what happened to her. Do you know anything specific about what happened to her in the Denoran embassy? We have obviously been investigating this, but there are aspects of it, such as this shadowy connection, that we are still trying to better define. You, with your agents, your powers, may have a better insight to some of the going-ons.
She shakes her head. No, I only found out about it after the fact. And she was reported dead.
A man took some papers, we believe, after she had fallen. Do you know anything about her fellows that she was working alongside, or what the documents could have been?
Seeing the documents would have been something that would have provided whatever evidence needed to reveal the true conspirators. But Nalasa was independent. Whatever she did on her own.
I will say, when we were looking through her things, I found writings of her learning how to speak Fae, and it warmed my heart, and I wanted you to know that.
She had a great respect and admiration for you.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. You see, you give like a little soft smile at that, and her gaze just turns a little bit distant.
She looks distantly. Sanai is behind everyone, like a little bit behind, like walking up with this basket. And Sanai tries to catch her eye. And if Sanai catches her eye, Sanai will cast a message to her.
Okay. What do you say?
And she will say, the unseelie court is watching. Take this mirror, and when you see the face of our enemies within it, bring them down, and we shall reward you.
She has the basket in her hand that you gave to her, right?
I'm literally like, right after that, I'm like,
You give her the basket, and you see she sort of looks up the. I think you all see her just kind of look a little confused for a moment. She looks it up, looks at him. She turns around, just sort of like looking off away from you all. And as part of the message, you can respond back. So, you hear this voice in your head that says, "Am I expected to be an assassin or just remove threats?
Said it one more time.
Am I expected to be an assassin or just remove threats? So far, I've tried not to kill people except in self-defense."
Sanai turns back around. That is a decision between you and them. I was delivering a message, and I did.
Before she turns back around to look at all of you, she sends a really quick response back to you, Sanai, and just says, "I can't promise to obey orders from my face's court, but I will do what I must." And she turns back around and she gives you all a smile. One last thing. And she sort of reaches into that pack she has, and she pulls out what look to be 5 feathers. And she takes one and she puts it back in her pouch. And she'll hand these out to you, Emmanuel, because you're the closest. In case you need to get in touch with me again.
Do I just hold it and talk?
Yes. There's only 4 of them. Share them amongst yourselves. You can also talk to each other with them.
Communication, that's law.
So
I think
just
these are good.
sorry, go ahead.
I just said I think they're gonna come in handy.
So just to be clear, we can't speak into the wind, and you don't hear.
These are what allows you to speak into the wind.
Ah,
There are some limitations. Each feather can only be used once a day. But I wish you luck. If you need me, you now know how to get in touch with me. She's waiting just a moment to see if anyone else has anything else they want to say to her. Or she takes a step back.
You spoke of our mutual enemy. Do you have any names?
I do not.
Right.
Whoever's in charge of those 3 groups.
All right.
Out of character, do we have any more questions? I think we've gotten a lot
No.
of information.
I think we've gotten a lot. We didn't ask her about von Recklinghausen, but it's okay. We're going to talk to him hopefully soon.
Yeah, we're talking to him directly.
It also
So-
doesn't sound like there's a connection between them right
yeah,
now.
I still don't know what his deal is. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
we'll have to do something else. I'm not saying anything because she clearly hates me, and I am.
She's not on your side.
That's okay. She doesn't like Denorans, and I am
Well, neither do you.
but she doesn't, and she doesn't know
I
that.
know,
and
I
it's
know.
not the time.
Is that
You walked in with the accent equivalent of wearing a Denoran flag to this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't expect her to. I gotta let this ride this one out. So, I'm good.
It's a good thing we didn't make you point on this one.
Correct.
this has been rather enjoyable.
This has been a wonderful conversation. I do wish it was under better circumstances, my lady, but thank you for the gifts. Please know that we are, as I said earlier, aligned. We wish what is best for the city and the people who live here.
Thank you. And you see her just take a few steps back, and then she just sort of lifts gracefully off the ground into the air. And hops from stone to stone back over the river and up the waterfall before she vanishes into the trees.
Look
If you do that!
Mom, she's amazing. No notes.
I'm only doing that. I've got a notebook out and I'm scribbling madly about it. I've never been a ladder before.
I'm not very magical, so I think someone else should have this ritual book. I give it to Sanai. And she gave us 4 feathers, right? I will, because I will hand them out to everybody, including Alexias if he wants. He can take mine.
I think it's probably best if I don't. I don't understand this at all. I'm very interested though, so I will take it actually and inspect it. I would like to learn more about it, but I was only in keeping for you.
I have
Okay.
message, so I won't take one if somebody else needs one.
Add a character message has a range, right? You can't use it if she's not close.
Yeah, but still, as a character, that's what I would do.
I'll just hold whoever doesn't want them, and you can grab them from me whenever.
Yeah. Party loot.
I'm
Once
big,
a
I'm
day.
strong, I'm dumb. Just make me carry everything.
Feathers.
Yeah, I'll lay you down.
Feathers, man.
Ironically, I've been playing Assassin's Creed lately, so I've been doing a lot of feather carrying.
Mm,
Alright, if you go to Forge, or Boundary I should say, and you go to the thing that looks like a bookshelf maybe, there's something called items. And under Party Treasure you should see a new item called Messenger Wind that gives you all the details of what that item is.
Aha.
nice.
Sorry, where is this?
It's
Right
that
next
one.
to the actors, there's the it looks like a big rectangle with 2 like
Like a
smaller.
briefcase.
Like a briefcase.
Oh, the briefcase. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a much better way of describing it.
Thank you. I see it. Thank you. Mm.
So GM, does that allow for like a 10-minute conversation, or is it just like a one message to one message? Then that's
It's
about it.
a short message, which is kind of a little wishy-washy, so as long as you don't go overboard with it, I'm fine with it. So 10-minute message would probably be a no, but anything else, so.
Is it something where it should be like we should think about it in terms of 6-second increments, or is it still like a little more wishy-washy than that?
Whatever, wishy-washy.
Okie dokie. We did not bring up the wands at all.
No,
Well done.
Very good.
it's for the best.
Yes.
We didn't need to.
No, but that what I was like, oh, so she can't just hear the wind. That's good to know that she is not
That she's not
Yeah.
always listening.
yeah, or like
S-
pretending like she doesn't
She's
know
not
that
an Alexa.
yeah.
If she could, A, she'd be way more powerful and scary, and B, she would have
Yeah.
like crossed her arms and said, "So about last night."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's
You
also
owe
really
me.
smart. I feel like she wouldn't have showed her hand that quick. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Especially if she's
Yeah.
using this.
She might still
Yeah.
know and is deliberately messing with us. We wouldn't be aware.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Watch the first time we use the ritual book; it kills all of us.
I hope so.
So, I think this is a good time as any to explain how rituals work in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So rituals are kind of like spells, but they're not really, in that you don't need to be a magic user to cast it. What they are instead is they're almost like skills. So this which is also listed under character options. If you go to spells over there, you should see something that says detect planar energy. And that gives you the details of it. So the ways this works is this rituals usually have a primary caster and a secondary caster. You do not need to be trained, it's just the language we're using. The secondary caster usually has to roll a skill check, and that'll give a bonus or penalty depending on how badly or great they do. And the primary caster would then roll a skill check based off of that. So definitely for detect planar energy, under details it'll say that it requires one secondary caster who can roll either Arcana, Nature, Occultism, Religion, based off a DC that I set, and that'll boost the primary check of either Nature or Occultism. However, the secondary checks do not require you to be trained. The primary check does, which means anyone can roll the secondary check if they think have a good chance of succeeding. but only people trained in nature occultism can roll that primary check.
Mm,
Once we actually cast it, once you decide to cast it, it'll make a lot more sense. But it's really just skill checks. That's all it does.
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
Good stuff. Okay.
Alright. That being said, Gale has gone off into the distance. You do see the hummingbirds still kind of like flitting about. They aren't paying as much attention to you anymore. But it's still busy with wildlife out in here. And Vincent, you can actually see the sky from here. Looks beautiful and clear.
Oh, I'm gonna sit if we're like all taking a second to recalibrate. I'm gonna sit and like meditate under the sky.
Mm.
Take a moment
Yeah.
to meditate. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'll ask you all then. What's next?
I would like to return to the RHC. I would like to ask Peggy to look into factory fires that have
Mhm.
happened in the last few months, mostly because we may be able to find a pattern there. If whoever is responsible for this is also tied up with other things, that is what I want to do.
Do we have a any sort of indication of when we will be able to speak with Recklinghausen, Don Recklinghausen, or is that just at Kel's whim?
Hard to say.
Cal said that as soon as his friends on the force let him know, would send someone for you. He could be
But
lying.
then we
don't know.
immediately went into the mountains to meet with
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
He'll know when we're back.
He will.
He's not gonna work during the day necessarily. Oh, it's nighttime, huh? Never mind.
Mm.
I mean, it's currently early afternoon, I believe. No, when Christian got back, it's like early evening at this moment.
Right.
But it's going to take us some hours to get back too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Couple of hours.
Back to headquarters and
I think that's for the best. The only thing I want to do is I still want to talk to Reed about this wand, and that will require a whole nother trip up to his mansion.
Well,
Yeah.
we can do different things potentially.
Drop you off on the way.
I don't think I should come by unannounced.
That's fair.
Technically, to get to the cloudwood, you have to pass through the Nettles anyways. So it's not that big of a detour, like maybe another half hour, 45-minute detour to get you up to Mayor McBain's mansion.
But do you drop by unannounced to the mayor?
That is the question.
I'm pretty sure he said you could come by.
He did. In fact, he said he would look forward to it or whatever, but I don't want to be that guy.
It has been a very short time since
Yes.
I saw him, so maybe make him wait a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's skip the. We don't need to do it today. let's go back to headquarters.
Being desperate is unattractive.
Mhm.
Nobody likes that guy.
You could send him a note and say,
More importantly, I think that there is a possibility we will learn more about this, and we'll come armed with better questions, right? So
Maybe you should write a note requesting a meeting and send it to them, so that way you can.
that is exactly what I plan to do once we get back to headquarters, and then I will read up on some ancient history. Yeah.
right.
When we're walking back to the cart, I want to pull on Emmanuel a little bit. Like, what do you mean they don't like desperate?
Oh.
Oh, he's
I'm
tongue
swallowing my
tied.
water.
Are you playing with me or okay, so sometimes people like to chase.
Oh. Well, and can we just like walk and talk awkwardly? Like,
Goodfellow is blushing hard with
The
this
rest
whole
of us-
conversation.
Aren't making eye contact.
Grandma said
So
Yeah.
I think we're enjoying it.
Maybe I'm not the best. I'm in my 60s. I'm unmarried. That's someone else.
But you've lived a life then, haven't you, Emmanuel?
Knowledge is not everything.
No.
Sometimes it's just all about experience.
Have a friend and you show them a lot of when you want to hang out with them all the time, that makes them your best friend. So what's the difference when it's
Sometimes you don't need to be friends with people you like.
what?
Sometimes you just don't have to be.
And I'm just gonna walk back to the cart 1,000-yard stare,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on here?
Just gonna lightly pat Vincent's shoulders. It's just like, no, it's okay. It's people are confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get back to the RC.
Back to headquarters.
Vinny gets up on that carriage and just 1,000-yard stare as he's driving it, all the way down.
Almost run off the road
I'll be
another
seated
time.
next to the little slot, and just occasionally in the multi-hour trip we have back, just check in, see if you're doing okay with your PTSD.
No, the goblins back home. I think I might have misread some things.
Oh no.
Well, life is about regret, so
What?
Life is about learning.
You didn't teach me that either.
No, it's not about. No,
So life is about the experience.
it's
To read
experience
and then you
and
die.
learning and
Rest early.
oh goodness.
that too.
I gotta talk to Teddy
So
about
much
this one.
Oh boy.
You all
I-
continue. Go ahead.
No, please.
You all continue down as Vinny and Emmanuel have occasional check-ins. Can I have you all make a perception check?
Should
So
we make
driving
it
down?
blind?
It doesn't need to be blind.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh come on.
So Emmanuel has a 10, Dahlia has an 11, Alexias
Why
for
can't we
21.
both roll fives?
Why can I never roll a perception check?
It
Oh,
should
no,
be
that's
on
so
the left side
I
under the
found it.
21 for Vincent. And actually,
Well,
Do I? No.
I never can see mine.
Sanai, I'll make this public so you can see it. But you rolled a 7. And let me roll for Lou, actually.
Oh,
Because
come
Lou is
on,
currently with
Lou.
you.
Oh, here it is.
And Lou actually has the best perception. You rolled a 23. Alright. Alexias, Vincent, and Lou. I guess it'd be mostly Vincent because Alexias and Lou are currently inside the carriage and it's a little bit harder to see outside. So Vincent, I think you're the first one to notice this as you're sort of heading back towards the constabulary officers. You do see a man under one of the lampposts, the gas lamppost. He has kind of a top hat, a little bit of a rough and tumble sort of vest that looks a little dirty, white shirt. He just kind of looks around, kind of gives you a nod, and inclines his head for you to follow him and heads down an alleyway.
I'll give a.
Here we go.
I'm gonna give a nod back, and then I'm gonna stop for traffic. I'm gonna look both ways, and message. I'll message Dahlia, and say, I think we just got the queue.
That's a good boy.
Oh, this baby.
Cute little puppy.
Cal. Right. All right. Looks like we're not making it back just yet. We've got a meeting to go to.
And then
So I can go from one
you're
side to
saying
the
back
other.
to me.
Do you want me to be there because he does not like me?
He already knows you're with us, I think. So
I think we should all stick together.
Sorry,
I was gonna say.
clarifying question. Kim, is that what you said back to me in the message?
I would have said that out loud to everyone, and I would have also sent that to you.
Okay, so I'll take that cue and I'm gonna follow. I was like, yeah, I'll take that as a yes.
Go.
Yeah, you were stopped like just outside of the Meadows, like on the main thoroughfare into the Central District. He kind of like turns down. He's like moving, he's making sure that you can follow me. So he turns down the alley and he kind of stops over there and sort of waits for the carriage to catch up. And then when it does, says, "Give me a ride. I'm supposed to take you to the doctor."
Ha.
I will scoot over so he can sit next to me, not in the carriage, but up front with riding with me.
He'll pull himself up onto the seat next to you, so he can give you directions. Going back into the Meadows.
Can I? No, never mind. Okay.
Okay. You all see this man climb up onto the seat next to Vincent. As he does, he sort of lights up a cigarette so he can smoke as usual. Every now and then he'll tell Vincent, turn here. And the Meadows are this big, massive, like shanties, like built upon this hillside and leads into the cloudwood, which is basically a giant mountain. Yes, Emmanuel?
I would like to try and strike up friendly conversation with this goon.
What do you say?
Hello there, I'm Sir Emmanuel Goodfellow. How are you today?
I've heard about you. You could shut the fuck up.
Aww.
It was good meeting you. Slunk back into my seat.
I just pat Goodfellas' arm. It's
I'm
alright.
used to it. It's fine.
Yeah. Most people don't like Emmanuel very much.
Yeah.
And
But I have glad hand. People love me.
But you want people to love you.
What's the difference?
he takes you down this winding path. Sometimes you feel like you're doubling around and going around in circles. But once you follow the path, it doesn't actually seem that way. It's just massive. Like, there's occasionally bridges that kind of lead off into nowhere. But there's like a small alley between houses you have to go through to get back into another main thoroughfare. Nothing in the Meadows makes sense unless you've lived there. You continue to take her through until, and as you're driving, and he says to you, Vincent, they're close. You can see like these, almost as you get closer and closer to wherever he is taking you, and you'll see what looks to be a line of people, like that have lined out outside of a building of sorts. These people all look to be not members of Gale by any chance, but they look to be either sick or they have they're holding injuries or maybe broken legs or on crutches, handmade splints or whatever they have. And they look to be lined up in front of this abandoned church. In front of a church, you see these two people. They look to be kind of guards dressed in like the same kind of rough-looking outfits that Gale wears. And you can see in front of the church that shows these years of neglect, and you could probably walk by without even noticing through the place through what looks to be a tangle of brush, vines, and tumbled stones. There don't look to be any buildings built around it, probably out of respect, and the nearest homes are a good 100 feet away from it. Though if you ascended the cliffside staircase, the next tier of hill is clustered with slum housing. He kind of nods to Vincent, and there. And he hops off and just sort of like leans back against the carriage, waiting for you to head inside, have your conversation, whatever you need to do. I'm going to assume at this point you probably wouldn't have had a conversation saying this is what we're going to ask them, with the guy right out in front able to hear him. So.
All right. I'm going to get off the top of and I'm going to open the door and shut it behind me and go inside.
Okay.
And before anything happens, I'm going to cast Touch Insight on Emmanuel and Guidance on Dahlia.
Okay. Guidance lasts a minute, I believe. That's all it does.
No.
Touch of
I thought
insight.
it says an
It's like maybe 10 minutes at most, but it's not long.
It's not that long.
I think it might be a minute. Yeah.
Guidance lasts like
Just
less
stand
than a
close
minute
by so you can
until the
touch
start of your
the
next turn.
Yeah,
Touch of
so-
insight is a
No.
minute.
so I can just keep, can't I just
Yeah.
keep going and keep
Yep.
doing it?
Mhm.
Insight,
Guidance-
though,
Cantrip, yeah.
the Touch of Insight lasts for 24 hours, or it's like one thing, but it lasts.
Touch of insight, you could technically keep casting.
Yeah. So that's what, just before we even get in there, I'm doing that.
No, wait. After a creature has been affected by it, it's immune for 24 hours until next
For the
daily preparations. Yeah. Yeah.
So what is this
Yeah, you're
effect that
fine.
you
You're
put on
fine.
me?
Touch of insight, you can continue to cast. Yep. So if you want to go ahead and put that in, just so Emmanuel knows what it does. There you go. It's in the chat. You're good. All right.
I'll say, we're here. It's time to go in.
All right.
I wave goodbye
Oh,
to the goon as we walk inside.
The goon just kind of stays leaned up against the carriage, watching you. You can make your way up. There's definitely a crowd of people that look to be lined up for this, and the two guards in front have held them off for a bit. As you pass by them and go inside the church itself, one of them says, "Watch your step."
Thanks so much.
I cast mystic armor on myself. I don't know what's
As you walk in, you see what looks to be a deactivated trap. It's pretty obvious that it was deactivated. It looks to have like a very thin wire that is connected to what looks to be a saw blade that is designed to spring out and cut out anyone that enters this church without any warning. But it's been deactivated for you, and you head in.
Is there OSHA in this universe?
No.
No.
Writing down a note
Violation.
unsafe working conditions.
Richard, I just want to take a moment and reiterate that it looks like I have no weapons on me, even though I do have them. So,
Yeah.
to everyone here, I am weaponless,
No.
but I am not actually. Just
Okay.
You have a
quick
mirror. We know you can do shenanigans.
Shenanigans. I got a new ring that makes it look like I don't have weapons on, so I look harmless.
nice.
Ooh.
So
That's
Bye.
nice.
Right. It's just an illusion, but it's significant in this particular situation, and so I wanted to say.
Sure.
You move into the church and you see what looks to be like broken, tattered pews that lie around this room for people to sit in. It's about 20-foot high, arched ceiling that once reverberated with the sound of singers of some sort, but now just echoes eerily with your footsteps as you walk through. You can see what looks to be whisper holes into song galleries along the side of the room that let people hear the singing that is designed to come through the walls. And this is sort of like a very, very old ancient church where you have the monks in the walls singing songs to their people to kind of give them a sense of something holy and or ethereal or celestial happening. But these pews kind of lead you into one room, and you can see a door that passes through into the main room of the chapel behind. You don't see anyone in this room itself, but you do see some lights flickering in the chapel itself. And as you continue on and continue walking through, in the chapel you see more. You see what look to be the common area of the room. There's definitely shelves that have been abandoned and toppled. You see some puddles of water that look to have just been collected from recent rains. They're stagnant, and there's a couple of bugs kind of swimming around, as there's not a lot of care or has happened to this chapel in many, many, many years. As you enter, this common area. And you see like a few tables dotting the place here and there. And you see a man. I'm not sure open this up.
Wolfgang.
He is a average-sized man with some brown hair that looks very messy. He has a mustache, a thick mustache, not a thin one, a thick mustache that probably was once waxed into like a nice rounded point, but it looks like he hasn't had a chance to really bathe or shower in many days. He's wearing this like almost all black outfit, this black type leather vest, these like chains used to hold his watches or clocks or whatever they're called. And he has this belt of tools on his side that look to contain like various surgical instruments and potions, bottles, and that kind of sort. He He looks very, very tired and very, very haggard. And as these new faces enter, you see he just sort of like takes a step back and he reaches his hand towards one of the potions or bottles at his side that you can see within crackles with like electricity, a bottle of lightning.
Please don't do that, friend. I do not want to have to restrain you.
I don't want to have to throw this either, so you're
Then we
all
should be friends.
mostly are pretty heavily armed. I don't know who the fuck you all are. And as he speaks, he has an accent that you can't quite place. It looks to be shifting from like various regions, as he's very, very well traveled, and he has been in many different places.
This is the first time meeting this man, so I would like to use my glad hand and
Go for
make a good first impression.
Go for
Come
it.
on, buddy.
People love Goodfellow, probably.
Of course they do.
On
man,
the
that
11.
5 is
You rolled a
just-
natural 5
It's
or 11.
just like
You
you
see,
told
he doesn't
me.
even. Yeah.
I was just gonna, it's just like you told Benny, you can't try too hard.
You gave him insight.
Well, that's fine. I can try
You
again in a
get touch Vincent?
minute.
Yeah.
It's been less than a minute. We walked in. That's all we did.
Oh, that's
Walked in,
a good
walked
point.
in.
That's a good point. I can use Touch of
Good.
Insight to roll again. Okay, well, screw it.
Hey.
We what?
Question. Let me ask a clarifying question, Richard. If I use Touch of Insight and I still fail, can I then use my glad hand re-roll after a minute?
No, because touch of insight's a fortune effect.
Okay.
Oh wait,
You know what?
after a minute of conversation, yes.
Yeah. Well then, yeah. Let's definitely do it. Let's
Do it.
re-roll and
Do
keep
it, baby.
the higher
Do
result.
it.
Come on.
Slightly
Eight
better,
again.
but not better. That much.
14.
Rolled an 8 for 14.
Thank
Fine.
you.
We
He
don't mean you any harm.
he does
Listen,
not.
I'll spear tackle this man if I have to. I just don't want
Right.
to have to.
Don't do that.
No,
He
please don't.
he doesn't grab it off his belt, but he also doesn't move his hand away from it. And you can also see this other side he has. It looks to be a rapier attached to the other side of his belt for him to draw his belt.
We are just here to talk.
In the spirit of goodwill, I'm going to take out my sling and lay it on the ground.
We're from the
Alright.
RHC. We've been looking for you for a while.
Who are you?
I
I
said,
take
well,
out my RHC badge and
the
just
constables of the RHC.
He's very, very skeptical. Why the hell would they let in RHC people in here?
we're very friendly.
We're actually really cool. So
Would you know if you got to know us?
We would like to have met you under better circumstances, but
You ran fast.
you ran fast and you were taken by a person.
and your girlfriend didn't know where you were, so
Oh yeah, you're going to have to repair that with the risk.
You really are.
Yes,
When
that's
you-
a bad.
When you say he run fast, you can see he doesn't draw it yet, but there's like a latch that secures the potion to his belt. He just kind of opens it.
Now,
Please
Doctor,
don't. Please
we're
don't.
not here to hurt you. We just have to ask you some questions. We are investigating a
Well,
murder.
Conversations go better when I'm not sitting on you.
You spoke. You were the
You-
last person to speak.
He just kind of looks at you, Emmanuel, as you say that. He's like,
God.
"You even fucking shy. I will stab you through the throat."
No need for that.
Everybody, let's just calm down. Let's take a big, deep breath, huh? All right.
Do that to him.
Dahlia.
I'm breathing. All right. I
Oh, yeah, I was going to say. So I just didn't need to cut you off.
No. Okay. We just say I'd ask questions. We're not going to hurt you.
Okay.
GM,
Yep.
when we do our little deep breath, can I cast Read the Air? And gain
I'll say this. It's not subtle, so he's going to know you're casting a spell. He does not know not going to know what the spell is, so how he reacts.
He's already very on edge.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Fair.
I accidentally clicked it in the chat, but
All right.
already. But I will wait.
That's all right. Okay. Dahlia.
Oh boy. Oops. You were at the Denoran embassy. Yes? And you saw a young woman.
Yes.
And you took something from her pocket.
Don't know what you're talking about.
We do have eyewitnesses who have put you at the scene.
hold on.
Don't you lie to me. We got someone for that.
That roll, I think anyone, you rolled a natural 4 on that. So I think everyone kind of knows who's lying at this point.
Wait, that's not
Oh.
waste of lie to me, honestly. We all know it's
Yeah,
fine.
no, we all
know.
saw it.
Oh,
You
no,
know
sorry.
first.
Yeah.
You know first.
Yeah, I knew he was going to lie
Yeah.
before he opened his
Wow.
mouth.
He had a look in his eye.
Doctor, please. We are trying to solve the murder of a young woman.
You help people, right? All of the people out there.
Yes.
Would it really be beneficial for anything to happen in here and those people never being able to be hooked again? You blowing us up? That's not really helpful.
What about this?
He
What
pulls it off his
Threatening
belt,
you.
but he doesn't
Whoa,
pull.
whoa.
Oh, well, okay.
Whoa.
How far
What
away
I
am I
said
from
is
him?
very mean.
You're
I
good,
feel
you're good.
like
Alright. First of all,
I don't think what I said was mean at all. I think he has a lot riding on
Threatening.
himself being alive, and he wants to keep himself alive. There's nothing wrong with relaxing, calming down, and putting the lightning thing away. No one here is going to harm you. I think you're just upset and fearful, and you don't know who we are. And I get it. I understand that. But relax for just a second and consider the fact that maybe there's something that we have for you. Consider the people out there who just break you.
alright. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to ask not Dahlia. Actually, because that was a big conversation, I'll say Dahlia, you can roll diplomacy. No. It's just going to be you, Sanai. Roll a diplomacy check. The DC is higher because it's very, very, very much on edge, and that sounded like a threat. So,
Everything she says sounds like
It sounded like a threat.
It
Yeah.
sounded like a threat.
Threat.
It'd be a dang shame if you died and couldn't help the people out there.
yeah.
right.
Look at all those injured people. It'd be a shame if we brought out your bloodied body.
Hero point, maybe.
Yeah.
You
I
can
didn't say you killed him. I didn't say any of that. That was added.
You might.
I had a
that-
14.
This might be a good point to hero point.
Oh,
If,
yeah.
I don't think it
I
would hurt if you are willing.
Oh, it definitely will.
Ooh, oops.
He throws the bomb. He
Oh,
throws it right at Sanai.
Come on.
It
All
goes
right,
in.
I'm charging
Okay.
him. I'm charging him.
oh.
No, 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 no,
You're a
no,
good
no,
distance
no.
away. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a little break. 7:38, we're back. 7:48, we will jump into combat. She's
boy.
just
Right.
natural one. I'm
Yay.
sorry. Natural one. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
there's no way
Yeah,
around that.
what
Oh.
are you gonna do?
All right, we're all going to take a 10-minute break. Chat. We'll be back shortly. So we'll see you then. And we are back. Unfortunately, some very, very bad turns of phrases were used, and then a terrible roll of a natural 1 on a diplomacy check means that Wolfgang does not trust any of the stuff that's happening. He is in fear for his life. And you can all see that just sense of fear on him, and he reached for the bomb to get ready to throw it. So, as it always happens, is we're going to jump straight into initiative from here to see how this plays out.
We all have a hero point added as well.
Yes, let me actually give you all another hero point. If you haven't, as Dahlia, you gave yourself one. Alexias, Emmanuel, Vincent, did you burn a hero point yet? No. Emmanuel, you burned a hero point if I recall correctly.
I did. I just gave myself one.
Dahlia has 2, Alexias has 2, Emmanuel and Sanai have 1.
Are we doing this initiative roll off perception, or what is it off of?
You can either use perception or diplomacy, whatever you would like.
I'm gonna use diplomacy because that's
perception.
better for me.
Oh wow. Wow.
Damn, Dahlia.
My one net 20, and I can't sit on him.
Well, you
Well,
I could, but it would be like,
Hey, don't
Like
sell
backpack.
yourself short.
but she is short.
Don't sell yourself
In
tiny.
fact,
uh,
we'll switch to the battle now. In fact, we'll begin this encounter. Lou rolled the highest. I don't know how Lou would react in situations. Kristen's not here, so I'm gonna have Lou delay to go after Emmanuel for now. So Dahlia, you're up. You see him grab it and begin to rear this back. It's all happening in almost slow motion. So what would you like to do? You are kind of peeking around behind this column of sorts. So what would you like to do?
Oh, crumbs.
Actually, you know what? I'll put him over here so Bob will see him better. Yeah, you can all see him over there.
Get hurt, but oh god. I'm not going to be able to grapple a full-grown man. I can try.
You can try.
Do it.
I'm going to try. I'll get his legs.
Alright.
Sweep the leg, John.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to try. I'm going to try and get him. So I think I have just enough movement to get in front of him. No, maybe not. I have 25. I can make it. I think. So
Yeah.
What kind of check will I have to make if I'm gonna try and grab a man? Athletics?
Athletics.
Oh, not great at that.
You can also hurt him non-lethally if you want.
I don't want to hurt him though. It's gonna freak him out more.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's not gonna make him want to talk to me more. Could I try to calm him down first? If that doesn't work, I'm gonna try and tackle his legs.
Alright, sure, but it's gonna have to be a very, very, very quick phrase.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, what do I say? We're not threatening you, I swear on my life. Please don't do this.
Make a... That's supposed to be a diplomacy check.
Yeah.
I don't think it's intimidation, so...
No, I'm trying to be so nice to him, because he's been through it. That's not...
Alright. The way diplomacy works is you've been... I would say that's a success. He just kind of looks a little shaken a little bit. You see him like lower his arms just a bit. The way diplomacy checks work is he got increasingly hostile. You kind of bumped him back up. He's still not there yet. It's one action.
Okay. I feel like I don't want to undo that by tackling him now. So I'm going to move laterally and declump I am not going to go too much. I'm not going to try and go towards him too much. I'm just going to come out from behind the column like, it's all fine. We're all cool here. I'm not going to hurt you.
As a note, just because it's been a couple weeks since our last combat, if you are within 15 feet of me, I can usually protect you guys from harm, or try
Okay,
to.
then I'll go there instead. Marshall's there it is.
You were still fine where you were.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Marshall's aura is at 10 feet, but I have a 15
Oh,
foot
okay.
range
Okay,
on my
okay.
other thing. I would otherwise have like 15 circles on me.
Mm.
Just
Right.
range on range on range.
Okay.
I'm bending the rules, Pathfinder, a little bit. It usually takes you a minute to try and adjust things, but everything is so frayed right now, I'm allowing this to happen. Alright, so you do that, you get out of the way. That's 2. And the third action...
I don't really have a third action. I just want to calm this man down and not get a bottle thrown at us. Yeah. Just gonna try and keep talking to him. Like, oh, I don't know what else to say to him. All my words are gone now. Just tell him I swear we're with the RHC. We are legit. We're not gonna hurt you.
I'm not going to allow you to make a second diplomacy
Mhm.
check, but that's good. So those are your 3 actions. Up next is Sanai.
Not gonna hurt him.
He pissed her off.
No.
She contemplates the individuals around her. Remembers her conversation about friendship. Looks to Vincent. And readies an action.
What action do you want already?
It can be any of because I looked at it, it said it can be like a free action, or it can be like an act. I don't know if that means like anything of like 1 or 2 or 3, or
So you
just
can only one
or
action. One action. Yeah.
one action. Still, I think that's the only thing I have. That's one that would be ready enough.
Okay.
So I think she just ready shield.
Alright, so you ready 2 actions for this 1 action. That's how it works. So you still have a third action if you would like to do anything else.
Yeah,
Well,
ready uses
okay.
2 actions, and then it'll trigger your reaction in place of a single action. So
Yeah.
you could still move closer if you have anything you want to prepare that's within range.
See, I did want to remind you though, I didn't put this actually on me, but if you scroll up in the Foundry chat, I did cast Mystic Armor,
Yeah, you did.
but I never put it on myself. I don't know
Oh
if
yeah,
it's
I
on
assumed
the
it would have been on. Let's go ahead.
If you
Why don't you
scroll
go?
up or cast it again, you should be able to drag the buff onto yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it. Cool. I just wanted to make sure that was I think she's just going to move, but she's just going to put her hands in the air and
Okay.
just move back and just not say a word
Okay.
for the first time in her life.
Okay.
Growth arc.
I'm giving you right there.
We've learned a lot about Sanai today.
All of it is just like, in her face is not the bubbles. Her face is not the smiles. It's, if I get the opportunity to come across this room to kill you, I will. But for the sake of these individuals, I won't. That's what her face literally is saying. That's how mad she is.
Emmanuel.
Looking straight at this man and almost like tuning out the rest of my party, I'm going to look at von Reckenhausen and say, "You are scared, and you have every right to be. You have to understand, though, I will protect my friends. You feel trapped. You feel powerless, but I do assure you, you have the power here. If you throw that bottle, I will do what I need to protect my friends. We are just trying to solve the death of Nilasa Hum, and we are trying to understand what is going wrong with the
This
city.
is a lot of conversation to happen in a very, very short amount of time. So I'm going to have
Yep.
to ask you to shorten that.
Okay. Going to say, you please don't throw that bottle because I won't let you hurt my friends.
Okay. Go ahead and roll either diplomacy or intimidation, whatever you like.
Diplomacy. No, I wouldn't really interact with that. Please roll good, you son of a.
On a natural one?
I'm using a hero point. Better.
13. Alright. He does not relax. He only grips that bottle even tighter.
Fair enough. I'm going to walk closer to you now. Not all the way, because I need to be better situated to protect my friends. And I'm going to move right there.
Okay.
I'm going to raise my shield, is going to be my last action.
Alright, that's it for Emmanuel. I don't know
Yep.
what Lou's gonna do. I think Lou is going to... I'm gonna have Lou delay again until after Vincent, just to see how the rest of it plays out before I do anything with Lou. Unfortunately, that does mean that Dr. Von Reckenhausen is next. So,
Come on, dude, just be cool. Just be cool.
Just be cool, man. Just be cool.
Just be cool. Everything's cool.
he throws the bomb.
Ah,
Okay.
poo.
Who's he throwing it at?
Sanai. Throwing it
Okay.
at Sanai.
They are both within 15 feet of me. I will, as he prepares to throw this, give him a glimpse of redemption. He sees, instead of this becoming a vicious melee in which he's going to get probably one black eye at least, he sees us all kind of just sitting around talking and having a very, I wouldn't say pleasurable, but a cordial time. Yeah, amicable. And we all get to walk away from this without, embarrassing ourselves.
Okay.
So he sees that possibility spring forth in his mind, and he now has a choice on whether he is going to throw the damn bottle or be cool.
So, this trigger happens after the damage.
Mhm.
So the bottle already gets thrown.
Well, then he has forced my hand, but he has a choice on whether or not it'll break, I guess, somehow. He has a choice to not do damage. I don't know how that works.
So let me roll the attack, see if he hits Sanai. On 18,
I
it does hit
literally
Sanai.
used my
Your
shield.
reaction triggers after the action as well. So two things happen now. First thing that happens is your shield triggers after the bottle hits you. So go ahead and put the shield, cast a shield on yourself. It's not going to stop the damage of this, unfortunately. Second thing that happens is does do damage.
He's going to do 2 less, and he's going to be,
No,
rather than enfeebled...
Hold on.
Sorry, go ahead.
It does not do any damage to Sanai. It does splash damage to Dahlia. It's the bomb that explodes. You see these crackles of lightning explode anyways. He
That's
chose
why I
not to
moved
do
out
any
of the
damage to... So you only take 1 point of splash damage though.
Okay.
Just to be
Go ahead
clear,
and make those-
he chose to not do any damage with the thrown bomb.
He
Awesome.
chose not to do damage to Sanai with the thrown bomb. He does not become enfeebled. However, the bomb still does hit. So the effect of the lightning still works. which means Sanai, as a side effect of getting hit with this lightning, even though this champion's reaction has a sort of almost mystical effect on you, it's just whatever faith, power of faith, or whatever, this glimpse of redemption, you still get hit by, especially because you're standing in a pool of water, right? But say for flavor-wise, because you're standing in a pool of water right now, it crackles around you. You are now considered flat-footed until the end of his turn.
What does that mean?
A flat-footed off guard means you have a -2 penalty to armor class on any future attacks since the at the start of his next turn. I think. Let me double check that actually. Inventory, bottle lightning. On a hit, becomes off guard until the start of your next turn. At the start of your next turn, you are off guard against any attack, so it's basically -2 penalty to your armor class, is what it is. That is his first
That's with
action.
the shield also, right?
This is with shield, it gives you the extra bonus, so it's basically -1 right now. That's his first action. His second action is going to be to do another quick bomb at... No, his second action is going to be to draw his rapier. His third action is going to be to run.
Mhm.
It's going to sprint around the corner here. Got to put some distance between all of you. So that's his entire turn. Dahlia took a little bit of damage, but Sanai did not. I think Dahlia took 1 point of damage. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it.
May I say something out of character?
Sure.
If he had a way of escaping this building, I think he would have by this point. So I don't think like we are that worried about him like getting out of this building. I'm sorry. This should be in character. This should be in
Mhm.
character.
Alright, Alexias. You saw him sprint to the north and the east. You muted.
I muted myself instead. I thought I was muted. It was behind this thing where I'm pinging, right? It's where we saw him run.
He was over here,
Uh-huh.
then sprinting northeast.
So up here then. Okay. That is fine. First thing I will do is I will grab my mirror. I think that's a whole action, just grabbing it. I too will run. For my second action, I will move 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No. Oh, collided with the wall. Where are the walls not?
There'll be a wall here. So you have to go around it. I think you can manipulate your way through here, so 10 feet. You should be able to move the rest of the way.
Okay, so that's 10, and so then another 15 would get me there. Great.
Back.
And then as my third action, I will cast my mirror image to give me another 15 feet and put myself there.
Can you just keep casting mirror image and just get like 15 feet intervals?
Free teleport, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you can see him around the corner right now, Alexias.
I see just a little sliver of him over here. That is all. That is my whole thing.
Alright. Vincent.
Okay. Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, yeah. Okay. So here, and then there, I think it's 25. And then I'm going to cast sleep.
Leap, okay. It's a 5-foot burst. So, where are you casting it?
I want to cast it just right 30 feet in front of me, right on him.
10, 20, 30, be right over here.
Yeah.
Alright. That catches him. So he's gonna roll a will save. DC is 18.
Oh, should have placed.
He succeeds. There's a -1 penalty perception checks for 1 round. So he succeeded, unfortunately.
Well, that's all I can do now.
Sorry.
That's my turn.
Alright. Lou gets a free 10-foot step. And then draws his gun. He's not going to draw his gun. I don't think he would draw his gun, seeing no one else is drawing a weapon. Continue to come up over here, try and get it. And he's going to try and, like, scare him into... Quick, it's like... He put his hand on his gun. No, he won't. But just drop now. Or something, I don't know what the hell he would say. And he will roll a intimidation check. Not to demoralize, just to get him to stop. He rolls a 17, which is not enough, unfortunately, as the DC has gone up.
Would Lou use a hero point, maybe?
Yeah.
Yes, true. Yes, true. Let's go ahead.
I think Lou would use a hero point.
On a
Personally.
25 with the hero point. I think Alexias and Lou. I think Emmanuel can kind of see him. You see him
little
just
bit.
look fearful at him. He seems hesitant. And he's just quickly scanning the place looking for a way out. But I think Lou's third action is going to kind of come up a little bit more. Give chase a little bit. Alright, Dahlia. See.
I'm a little peeved, but I know still not escalating. So I'm gonna move. Not good at intimidation. I have to be nice. Like, we're not drawing our weapons. You don't have anywhere to go. Just please stop and talk to us.
Alright, diplomacy check.
That's all I got. I don't want to hurt him. Although he's
What
starting to really get on my nerves.
Not a bad roll.
Not bad.
That's a good one.
He stops running. And he just kind of turns and looks. You can see Dahlia. He sees that people are closing in on him right now. And he has a rapier in one hand. He just very, very slowly shoots it. We'll end the encounter.
Thank
I
you.
just realized I should have had higher on my diplomacy rolls this whole damn time.
Oh,
I'm an expert because of martial dedication, but I've only had it listed as trained. So.
Oops. Next
Oh, well.
time. We got
Oh,
him.
well.
We got
got
him. We didn't hit him. I only took 1 point of
We did.
damage. We're okay so far.
I can give you a free heal if you need.
It's very sweet. Okay. Reset.
yeah. He just slowly shoots it. You see he's still very, very, very wary. He looks a little bit even more tired than he already was, just from the lingering effects of Vincent's spell.
Okay.
Alright.
Understand you've had a hell of a time. And I'm sure being stuck here isn't helping. We just have questions for you.
In the interest of fairness, we also owe you an apology. We didn't do a good job of starting this. We've had a long week. So let's start over. Hello, I'm Sir Emmanuel Goodfellow. We would like to talk to you about the untimely death of Nilasa Hume, which you know some things about, please.
Make your diplomacy check with your glad hand.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah. And this time I'm using the correct proficiency. I'm an expert at this.
Way better. Finally goes high.
And-
A 24. Alright.
Friend.
Alright, I figure if you were the other one.
Oh no.
Hold on a second, everyone. Apologize. Here we go. We lost Kim. My Kim's back.
Yeah.
No,
There you go.
no.
There we go. Alright.
Too many windows open. Wrong click.
Yeah. No worries. Happens. He says, alright. Just keep your distance. Keep your distance.
That's fair. I'm going to stand right here. Are there still 2 Alexiases?
Yeah. Yeah.
I walked over and held hands with Sanai because I could tell that she's a grumpy goose right now. So I just walked over and like, it's okay.
You could feel like the ash beginning to like come on her hands and stuff, but then she just kind of lets it go.
Did the ambient temperature just rise by like a degree or 2 around you?
Probably.
Awesome.
The water underneath Sanai's feet begins to just slightly simmer just from that.
I
Little
recommend
bit of
sending
steam.
outside of that.
Yeah. She'll come up. She'll
Close
hold
up the
Vincent's
skin.
hand and Vincent will come with her. She will go closer to the group, but then she'll like sit.
I think we
Wow.
keep ours. I think we stay back here. Oh, okay.
Chain.
So, just to start, we know that you were involved with Nilasa and her,
Who's Nilasa?
the woman who was infiltrating the Denoran embassy, the one who died.
Oh, well, I had nothing to do with that.
We know that isn't true, though.
I did not help her infiltrate anything. That's what you're here
No.
for. I had
No,
nothing to do with it.
No, that's not. You were the last person to speak to her.
You literally took something off of her. I mentioned earlier, we have eyewitnesses. You took something off of her
I
body.
didn't take anything. She gave it to me.
All right.
But I thought that you weren't involved with her.
Stop. It's all right. No,
He
he
needs his hand held.
involved. He didn't. Did
Probably.
you know her beforehand? At all?
I did not.
All right. But she did trust you to take something from her? Or asked you to take something from her?
Yes.
All right. And what did she say to you?
She just gave me the stuff and told me to get it to Nevada.
All right.
And then you went to the saucy wench.
Briefly.
Was that
Gathered up what I
related?
could and ran.
What happened to the papers that she gave you? Did you get them to Nevada?
No. I just ran. I saw what happened. He's like really struggling to sort of like put the words together. You see him just sort of like furrow his brow a little bit, almost if he has like this cluster migraine beginning at the side of his head.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't know what happened. I heard this crash of glass, saw this woman fall onto this fence. I ran over to try and help her. I looked up. There was someone in that window. Shot at us. She gave me some stuff and I ran. I turned down an alley and whoever the hell that was that shot at us somehow got all the way behind me and attacked me. Fought him off. Continued running.
Mm.
Been on the run ever since. I found these people in this other bar. Convinced them to take me under the wing. Gave them some money. They brought me here. They've been keeping me safe.
Do you have the papers on you?
No.
Is he lying?
He
did.
I believe him not at all.
It's not lying. He doesn't have the papers on him.
All right, my friends, my good friends. Here's the thing. And I want to lay this on a little thick, but listen, we are investigating this murder. We have told you this, and I'm staying back. We have told you this. Also, we are investigating this man chasing you, and we think we have a pretty good lead. I would like to make a deception check. Here's the thing. We need your help in order to keep you safe, because if we can get him, you will not have to worry about him ever again.
I would like to chime in and possibly aid on that line, if I may, by saying the only reason that your life is in danger is because you possess something dangerous. As soon as it is out of your hands, you have no reason to remain a target.
Okay. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check to aid Alexias. We'll see how that rolls before the deception check happens.
Okay. I will also point out that I have, as a Docker, Docker's preparation. So if I succeed this, you will gain a larger bonus to the aid skill, or the aid check.
Great.
And I rolled pretty dang good, I think. That's a 26. If that is a critical, that's a +3. If not, it's a +2.
It is a +2. +2 on this check.
+2.
Wait, wait, you do have Docker's preparation. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
+3. It's +3.
+3 to my deception.
That's a
plus
pretty
success.
nice bonus, if I say so myself.
Thank you. And now I shall roll this. But I will use a hero point.
A 20 is a success. You don't have to burn it.
Oh, yay.
Oh, great. Well, then I won't.
Uh,
Black to my teeth, enjoying my time. All right. So we are just trying to help you, and we need you to help us help you. Okay.
I don't have them on me, but they're safe. I hid them.
Will you tell us where?
You seem sort of like point up towards like one of the columns. And I'd say it's probably the column closest to like the duplicate Alexias right now. Actually, no, the one closest to Dahlia. There's a bit of a column, and you could see that there's sort of like it's cracked and shattered in places. He points up towards to where there looks to be like a little gap in the column up over there.
I nod as excellent.
I can start to try and climb up the column and grab it.
No. Don't worry. I'm gonna head towards Vincent and say, could you maybe like whisper down to Vincent, could you maybe send our doctor friend a message and ask him, please, to tell us where those papers are?
I don't know
So we
if you
can do
missed
what?
what I said, but he pointed to like this crack in the thing.
Oh,
They're
I
in
thought
the-
he meant that somebody was listening to him.
Oh no, I think he's saying he hit him in the column
Oh, okay, great.
because it's cracked and broken. That's
I
what I
just
took from it.
assumed everyone's
That's
listening.
what I meant. That's what I meant. It's like
Okay.
a little kind of like little.
But those are good instincts, I feel. Yeah.
There's all good
I don't
instincts.
think any of this is private, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
go, Emmanuel. Go.
All right, I'm gonna fucking try to just like Mulan my way up this column.
It's not so high up that you need to climb. There's a couple of like chairs over here. Bought a chair over, stood on it, you'd be able to get it without needing to climb it. Unless you really want to climb, you can.
I mean, yeah, I kind of want to just see if I'm in shape.
Go for it.
Oh.
I hope
that's
I hope
happening.
you roll a one. I hope you roll a one.
I hope I roll a
No,
1 too.
Nah, man.
Alright. Yeah, you should kind of grab
Oh,
it, put
the
yourself
DM, the DM wisheth, but the dice taketh away.
up. I'm writing that down, just so you know. Just for future.
Five's all dang session. Let me enjoy my 19.
Alright, you
While
kind of
this is happening, I would like to just say to him one more question. Are you in need of sanctuary? Do you need help? Huh? Because we
Yes.
may be able to help with that as well. At least
Yes.
until this all blows over.
Yes.
Come back to headquarters with us. The man chasing you is not RHC. He's an imposter.
I'll heal all of your patients.
You will not be under arrest. It will simply be for your own safety.
I got it.
Thank you.
He kind of gives you a nod. And gives a very, very hesitant nod. Sees him relaxes slightly. I'll come.
All right.
Great. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, Benny, get up here. We need a little bit of cheer.
So I also study medicine, and when we were looking for you, obviously to talk to you, not as initially thought that it was a scary, intimidating kind of thing. We just wanted to chit chat. We went to your office and we found out that you have dabbled in some necromancy. I would love to have a conversation on your research.
Well, I don't dabble with any magic arts or anything like that.
Oh,
I'm purely a man of science.
We may have made some assumptions as we detected traces of necromancy on probably the attacker that was chasing after you.
Well, I think
That
Makes
is whatever that thing was.
Mhm.
That
Yes.
chased after me. When I hit him with my blade,
he blade goop.
he stops and he draws. He so very, very carefully draws his blade so as not to a threatening thing, just kind of show him.
Yeah.
Alexis, you recognize these kind of blades. They're called malice wrought. It's very, very special kind of metal. And can you roll me an esoteric lore check? I want to see how.
I would love nothing more than to
Oh.
roll you an esoteric lore check.
25. All right.
Tell me all about Malice Rot Blades.
Malice wrought blades are commonly found in Malice lands, which are places afflicted by wild magic after the fallout of the dead magic zone in Danor. There's more space around that's wild magic. They are inherently anti-magical isn't the wrong word, it's the wrong word, but it's sort of the opposite of what magical would be. It has additional effects against creatures made of magic or things like that, specifically things tainted with necromantic energies, undead, things like that, where if you hit it hard enough, it would stun whatever that creature is.
It's
So
magically inert, and it causes disruptions in a magical creature.
Yeah, good. It's very disruptive. And they have these, specifically bought these malice lands because any sort of magic that's brought out there eventually warps and turns into something else. But because whatever metal this is made out of that's found in the malice lands is attuned to that, it doesn't have the danger of that happening. Other thing about that is, hold on, I'm trying to think. Malice, dead magic, wild magic. Yeah, these are very, very rare weapons, and they're generally only wielded by people that really know how to use them. Students of various academies, battle academies throughout the world. So he holds this up and says, I hit him with this. Whatever it wasn't human. I saw his face change. He had, he was just a man before, this thin mustache. Whatever you changed him to, some sort of inky black.
Well, thanks for clarifying that. I just knew that you were a doctor and we were trying to figure that out. So,
my friends, this is wonderful news because it is another piece of evidence for us to help you, right? Your case is very, very strong. My question for you, of course, now is where did you get that?
I got it in dinner.
I was afraid of that. Uh,
I travel around a lot.
Would it perhaps ease your mind a little further if you were to perhaps poke us with that blade, and we can confirm that there is no reaction. We are not any sort of shadow creature.
Rather not.
Absolutely
no, I
not.
don't think this is necessary.
He is not poking me with the blade.
It is
Just
Okay.
No, I thank you for the offer. I try not to use it unless I have to.
Well, that's fair. That is good.
unexpected.
Good choice, honestly.
I am glad that you know how to use it because it probably saved your life.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got swept up in, but
So were you just a passerby and she was like, oh my God, I'm dying. Come here.
no, I was in the Denoran embassy trying to secure a passport back to Dahlia. Continuing research and work. See what else I can learn. That's when I heard the sounds and I ran out. I did recognize her. I have seen her in the embassy. Thought she was like a servant or something, but
Yeah, she worked in the embassy, yes.
Do you know Julian Lebris?
Favorite.
I do not know who that is. I think, though, I do remember seeing that name in the documents.
Where have you gotten? Are you still up there?
I got it. I can climb back down.
Jimmy back down.
I mean, maybe I just want to be tall.
You're already
Respect.
told.
I just didn't know if you're like questioning him from up above, like a
You're
monkey in a
funny.
tree.
Well, like I'm Batman?
Yes.
No, I'm
Should we
down.
take him back and get everybody safe and sound?
Yes, let us get you to a place of safety, huh?
Hopefully.
We will get
What
you
are-
something hot to eat and something cold to drink.
What are we going to do about all of the people outside?
I'll heal them.
Okay. What are we going to do about the criminals outside that were leveraging the
Nothing.
doctor? Okay.
No.
Yeah, not. We have no evidence that any of these people are criminals.
Yep.
Come, my friend. Huh?
And I'll take one of the cloaks that we've had and offer it to him to cover himself up.
He'll very, very hesitantly move up towards you. Vinny, are you still all the way down there? You've moved up, right?
Well, I'll move up to give him the thing. Yeah.
Okay, God.
I'll give
I
Sanai.
assume Sanai, are you staying back there? Are you?
I'm staying back there with a very
Yeah.
angry face.
Just like simmering bubbles underneath your feet? Yeah. Alright. So Vincent, you kind of reach over to hand the cloak over to him. As you do that, the entire room plunges into darkness.
Oh, come on.
The torches go out as a darkness spell is cast on them.
Oh, shoot.
Oh boy.
Let me...
It's trying to be nice.
Well,
I don't think it was him.
yeah, I think it was somebody else.
I think
No, I
Dahlia
think
had
it
it
was
right. I think
this.
someone's watching this.
I
Well,
say it. I know.
Porter
better.
might have been following us for all we
Uh,
know.
One moment, please.
Like above table, I knew that he probably wasn't necromancy after like what we pieced together, but I just wanted him to say it. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I asked the question like an idiot.
Remove all doubt.
It would not be the first time if somebody was a secret wizard.
Yeah.
Right. So I just said it like an idiot, even though I was like, oh, we probably figured out he wasn't.
Yeah, I thought that played real well.
Just above table, I am keeping track.
By the way, Richard, I did grab those documents, correct? They were up there.
Please keep hold of them.
Yeah, put them down your
Right.
pants and do not let them go.
Alright. At this point, because they rolled so well on their stealth check,
Jesus.
like really, really, really well, I think they crit success on everyone except for Lou, but still succeeded. Let me double check this.
It's okay. There are two of me though.
Alright.
Just the two of you.
Still two.
I would say Sanai, you see them, because you're not in the range of the darkness spell, as they sort of pop up over here.
Uh,
Close to you, huh?
And at this point, and it's not, you see this, you're the only one dead, because they were specifically targeting the torches and the lamps that are out over there. The only one that sees it is down over there. You're right behind an overturned pew. You see these two things kind of like step out of the shadows. They look to be in just heavily hooded men in cloaks, and they have a dagger in one hand. They reached out, cast a spell, and in between them, just a little bit further back, you see a man made of inky black
Oh
oil.
God, no!
Can I
I'm not
just
prepared for this.
Or
can I have just
I'm
like
going to say,
that's what-
Vincent, you are also a little bit up because you went to hand this off to thing, so you're not caught in this or globes of darkness. But it just goes black, and you cannot see beyond those spheres. At this point, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
oh boy.
probably just perception for all of us.
It's perception for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
ugh.
I'm going to have to modify some of these, but
I rolled
Do
bad.
I still have the off guard? Is that gone?
That's we've had a whole discussion since then.
Well, the thing is that we're probably going to be off guard because they did very good on
Yeah,
their stealth checks.
They definitely have surprised
I
us.
have a good
Yeah.
I mean, like
roll
actually.
blue.
I mean, I'm
Roll.
surprised.
Right now?
Shocked.
Good news is that we are very powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're on
Tremble at us,
two.
level 2.
We're level 2.
Alexias, did you roll initiative?
I did. I got an 18. Well, wait. No,
I
I got
thought-
24.
sure.
Yeah.
You got
we did
24.
Right
That's two
above
of you,
nine.
that's why.
Yeah.
I rolled
It's just
super
the two
good.
mirror images up.
Wait, half of us rolled fucking.
Alexias,
I'm sorry. What's the question?
there's two mirror images still up.
Yeah, I never took them down.
Okay, great. Wanted to confirm. Alright. With that, is these globes of darkness spread out across. We will begin this encounter with Alexias. You are the first act.
Great. So I'm going to move because both of my mirrors act, they are both me and I can move from either of them. I'm going to move from the one furthest away.
Okay.
Over here. Try and protect my good friend. The other one will then immediately disappear as I move.
Alright, you rolled a 24 and may need to re-add to initiative tracker. I'm not sure.
It has me
I
down
do.
here. Amy.
I do.
Oh, you took me out.
Alright. Alright, continue, please.
Yeah. So there's that. And then I am going to, I can't see. So we can't see through this. How high is this darkness?
Cannot
Like,
see. It's the darkness globe is. I'm gonna check and see if you can see over it.
Pretty
That's
sure it's
20
like a
foot, it's 20
sphere.
feet high. You can't see over it.
oh,
20 foot first.
No. It's absolute darkness, pitch black.
Yeah.
Right. I am going to have to do a, I think, esoteric lore check on the darkness to see what I know about possibly dispelling it in some way, and what I can possibly do there as my second action. That
Okay.
is going to be, I'm going to hero point.
17. Alright, 1 second.
Oh no, I guess I got, that's high enough. Okay.
I'm gonna check and see if it's high enough. Did you see?
Yeah, if it is not, I will hero point it.
It is not high enough.
I will hero point it. I have 2 of them and nothing else to use them on. Yeah. That's better.
Nice.
Alright, 24.
Tell me about this magical darkness.
Why did you sound like Emperor Palpatine right there?
Unlimited power.
Tell me about this darkness, Jedi.
Alright. Darkness is checking something. Sorry, I'm gonna make sure I give you the right information here.
Mhm. I love this that I just get to demand lore drops as a part of my character.
So nice.
It's like lore drop, please.
Thaumaturge and investigator just get to do that. It's basically harassing the GM as a class.
Give me information, please.
A light will counteract darkness, but it's depending on how well you do on the counteract check. But it is magical, light can counteract it.
It usually depends on the strength of the light too. So like if you cast like a sunbeam or something that's a higher level spell, it would have an easier time to counteract.
Mhm.
I would say above the table, there's no real way for me to. Actually, I said this under the table or on the table. I guess. Darkness is definitely a more powerful spell than light.
Right.
And above the table, it's a level 2 spell. Light is level 1.
Mhm.
Or is it cantrip? It's a cantrip, I think.
But cantrips can get scaled up depending on your relative caster level too.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm backseat DMing. I'll stop.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. I cannot really be of use with this darkness in the way, but I can try and get him kind of further away from this. So I want to try and get this guy out of here. So I'm going to try and grab him and just move a little bit further down this hall. Or maybe this is just the grab him, but not in an intimidating way, in like a we need to get out of here now kind of way.
You know, so we could swing around this way and point to the east.
Excellent. Let's book it.
He's gonna book it on his turn.
Great.
Alright, I think that's 2 actions. You still have a third.
Oh, geez. I can't see them, and they're too far away anyway, so I can't intimidate them, and I can't really do anything. You know what?
Draw.
I'll just try and get an angle, I guess. I'll cast my reflection again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ping to here.
Alright, let me blow your reflection up over there. There you go.
Give them more targets.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright. Vincent, you're up.
Okay. I will. Let me see. I'm going to. Did I hear? Was it out loud that there's an exit in the back of the
He
building?
didn't say there's an exit. He said we can swing around. And I think if you remember the layout, you do remember there was like a path down at the bottom, east, north. So it's probably
It's
just
like a path around, yeah.
Yeah.
Like curves.
Avoiding
Okay.
the darkness death zone.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast message to the 3 people I can't see. So I'm gonna use all of my actions to cast message to each one of them
Okay.
and say, go towards the back wall. It looks like there might be a way out and around.
Okay. Alright. That's going to be your turn. Lou is going to kind of nod. And I think Lou would then. He gets 10 feet, but that's all he can move. And he draws his weapon automatically. He is then going to take point. I need to double check to see how many feet that was. It's 30. So you would only be able to get there. I'm sorry, there, 25. 10. 15. 25. He's going to do another. Fuck! You just heard shut up, fuck! That's all he's going to do.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And I don't think Lou curses. It's like, he says, darn, or whatever the hell Lou would say. Drat.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Dang!
shit. Yeah. Alright.
Holy.
Stalker.
Tarnation.
Stalker.
Oh boy.
All right.
The stalker locks eyes with you, Sanai. And vanishes.
Oh shoot.
Don't appreciate that.
I don't like that at all.
Alright, that's gonna be the stalker's turn. The Slayers. Sanai, you are unfortunately right there. They're coming out after you. So this one, actually, I don't think he even needs to move. Let me check. You see him just kind of look at you, Sanai, and he has a dagger in one hand, free hand in the other. He just sort of stretches out his free hand, and his arm elongates into like the shadow tendril, which comes, whips across you, and he's going to try and attack you. That is a hit for 7 damage. And then for free, he's going to try and grab you. Does not take the map on this. Oh, I'm sorry, but what's you succeed on the grab. And with that, he's going to run up a little bit. Actually, I think he's going to do... Actually, you know what? He's going to come up over here. Into the darkness right behind you. Going to target you. It's 1, 2. And his third action, he's going to try and stab you with the dagger. Technically, you cannot see him, so you are off guard. Does take a penalty to this. That is a hit. So now you take 6 points of damage. You see him kind of whip. He whips his arm out. It elongates into the shadow tendril. It cuts across you in the face, cutting open your cheek a little bit. He sprints over, leaps over the pew, sprints around you into the darkness. And then you feel the pierce of a blade into your back. And where it punches you, you feel cold, as if like there's some sort of void, dark, shadowy energy that just suffuses itself into your blood. That's his turn. Dr. Wolfgang von Recklinghausen is going to sprint. That's 10, 15, 20. Fuck, there's more darkness down here. Follow me, I know how to get through.
Oh,
5, 10,
let's
15,
do that.
20. He runs past you. Alright, that's as far as you can get. Dahlia, you are completely encased in darkness. You cannot see anything.
Okay. I can sort of remember how the room looked before it all went dark. I have an idea of where my friends, where the doctor is. And Vincent said, go that way. So I'm gonna go northwards and into this pew, probably.
Yeah, stumble right over pew.
Yeah. I'll end up right in front of Alexias. It's double, like, oh hi.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to draw one of my weapons, definitely. Let's start with. Oh, why is it already out? Okay, well, I would have. Both of my weapons are apparently out, but I would have drawn my crossbow, I think. And then can I hold a shot with the crossbow in case I see anything come through the darkness?
It's 2 actions to hold.
2 actions to hold.
Yeah.
Okay. And that. Yeah, I'm not attacking, so I can't do the thing. Okay, that's fine. I'll just. 20. I have like 5 more feet of movement. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else I can do that would help anything right now.
Sometimes we
So-
just need to run.
Sometimes we just gotta hang out.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right. Emmanuel.
So just to confirm some details, I had a message from Vincent telling me to go to the back wall. Would I immediately know that this is the back wall?
I don't know. You tell me, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not really the important thing, anyways. When Sanai was stabbed, I imagine I heard like the sound of my ally in pain, like getting attacked. Correct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Actually, would Sanai have made a sound? Sanai did not make a sound.
Oh,
She tanked.
Well, then I don't know that you're under assault and need protection. Hello. I can't. I hear yelling this way. Oh, hello. Where are we going? I'm just gonna move my 20 feet.
Yeah.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
That way, that way.
Okay. I'm gonna move another 20 feet. 20. Boom. Shakalaka. And to not get too far away from people. Sorry, Sanai. I will end this out by raising my shield.
Okay.
We're all alive and not
Sanai, you can see the one behind you, but you know he's there. You can see the one in front of me. What would you like to do?
You said there's one behind me. I'm
That's the one that
confused.
stabbed you in the back. So
And
he's
there's one-
currently encased in this orb of darkness somewhere in there.
And then you said there's one in front of me.
okay.
Oh, got it. Yeah. I'm just gonna run really, really far through the darkness and all the way to the back wall till I hit a person.
Okay.
All of my.
We're just
So-
going straight.
I'm not trying to hit one of them. I'm trying to get to the wall because that's what I was told.
Move your token.
And I'm let's see. And I'm pretty sure that one of them is right in front of me, so I'm pretty sure that's like an opportunity attack or whatever. So I'm just gonna go this way. Let's see. Right. That's one.
Push yourself further into the dark.
There.
Okay? That's one action. You still got two more.
I'm just gonna run again.
Alright. Go ahead.
1, 2. I guess it's Dahlia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
3.
And then
Sorry.
crash into this broken pew.
Ow.
I was told to run to the back, but you can see she's bleeding really,
Oh.
really, really bad. And I say, I still have like 15 feet of movement, so 10, 15. That's my second one. And I say, back. They're everywhere.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay.
Alright. Next is this one. It's gonna
I think
come.
do I have one
5,
more?
10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, let me double check the speed. 25's all I got.
Quick
Dahlia.
question. Did
Yeah.
Something whips out of the darkness as this tendril.
Richard,
comes.
real quick.
Yep.
Quick. Sanai has a question regarding action economy.
Sure.
yeah, I moved twice.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that 2 actions? Or I do
It's
one
two
more?
actions. Still have one more.
Can I move again?
Go ahead, move yourself.
Sorry to cut you off, Richard.
No worries.
Yeah, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Uh,
There you go.
Dahlia, a shadowy tendril whips out of the darkness at you.
Ow.
That is an extra 3 for a total. That definitely misses. There was 2 moves to get there, 1 to attack. That's all I can do.
Aha!
Yes.
I should have
Yeah.
stayed here. I was
Goddamn.
gonna cover for you.
Oh boy. Oh man.
It's totally cool, guys.
As
it's totally
fun.
fun.
I would like everyone to make me a perception check.
Yay!
Yay! Should these be blind or
Come
probably
on.
not?
I rolled blue.
No! It rolled so close to that 20. It thought about it
Hey.
and then it broke my heart.
Vinny's got it. It's all on Vinny.
Thanks, Vincent, for being good at
His
perception.
big eyes.
Thanks for pulling us.
Right.
Hey guys.
Your eyes are bigger than fucking dinner plates.
It's not the eyes, it's
Genuinely,
Vincent's
I'm
ears.
not wrong.
Those
Yeah,
What's
two.
up?
yours.
Thanks.
The ears
Right.
are bigger than dinner plates.
That too.
Vincent, you are literally the only one that hears this. Amidst the chaotic din of like people running, people shouting, giving orders like run down this way, and hear somewhere off Wolfgang von Reckenhausen shout, right? Around the corner, all of this stuff. All of this happens here. People getting attacked, things cutting through the air, and you pick up something on the very edge of the perception in the direction of the entrance or the exit of the chapel. You hear a metallic thud,
Oh,
as if
man.
something was closed or shut. That's where we're going to end the session for the day.
Ah!
Oh,
Ah!
I don't like these criminals.
Those small criminals.
you don't get a hero point. You don't
No.
get.
Alright, that ends the session for today. Thank you, chat. We will see you in 2 weeks. But if you'd like, join us next week on Rough Magic for a second session of Giant Slayer. But we'll see you in 2 weeks, and stay tuned for what will hopefully be a very special surprise in a couple of weeks of another stream launching. So, see you then. Bye, chat.
Bye.
Bye.